You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant a Super Blues, ringing all around.
Welcome to the very first Tilton Talk Show 2019, sponsored by Image Cleaning and for the month of January supporting and highlighting the Worldwide Cancer Research Charity. And what an end to the year that was. 8 points the better off, out of the FA Cup, Borough up next Saturday, a hard month to come, and the window has opened. If anybody comes sniffing, just shut the fingers in it. The EFL still have to finalise their decision on FFP. It wouldn't be Blues if it was any other way. Vassal bags of brace for the under-23s and his long-awaited comeback. We all wish him well. And great news from Blues women over the weekend with a win against Reading. And safe hands and signs for Chelsea. We all at the Tilton Talk Show also wish her well too. And of course that moment that's had the whole world holding its breath. It was the rant of the week from our very own Mr. Fun, and we'll be quizzing him shortly on his social media activities over the last couple of days. So it's a new year and no one can guess what that long road will have in store for us, but no matter what, we will ride it out as we simply have the very best fans in the whole world. There's not another bunch like you. So as always, it's onwards and upwards with the world's only fan-based show dedicated to all things Birmingham City. It is, of course, the Tilton Talk Show.
It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? From the Tilton, we'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues.
So there you go, 2019 is here. Welcome to and a Happy New Year to one and all. Happy New Year, Chris.
Happy New Year,
and Happy
everyone.
New Year, Mrs. Brown.
Happy New Year.
Great stuff. Okay, opening notes then. So I'm a bit ropey, so I'll carry on as best I possibly can. Straight into the ladies then. Some great news on the international scene. Anne departs and another win.
Yeah, so we pretty much know back end of last season that last year, that Anne wasn't going to be signing a new contract, and it was pretty evident. I think that she was going to stay in the country, and she signed for Chelsea for a number of reasons that may or may not be obvious to some people. But yeah, so Anne signed for Chelsea. We've got one goalkeeper on our books at the moment, Hannah Hampton. But she finished 2018 in goal, as the keeper. I think, she played 3 games in a row, I think, when Anne was available. So I think that signalled the fact that we were going to be without Anne, the fact that Hannah came in for those games. But she did really well, and yesterday we played Reading at home, which is always a tough game. They're a physical side.
The picture looked like you was enjoying yourself.
Yeah, do you know what? Sometimes football, it can be dead sweet at times. So we were giving their goalkeeper a little bit of grief in the first half, and I don't think she enjoyed it very much.
Right.
And she was telling everybody, pointing us out, that we were having a go at her. And then obviously we went 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go. They equalised with 2 minutes to go. And she decided to give it the big one, the big celebration, leaping in the air, punching her fist, screaming in our general direction, which is always a very difficult decision to make. Obviously, it's a big. You've scored an equaliser late on, and it's quite a. Obviously, football's a passionate, emotive sport, and she was. It got the better of her, and she released her emotions then. But then, a minute later we get a free kick and Megan Sargent heads home the winner, and she got it absolutely tenfold then. But a really good win for Blues. Like I said, Hannah Hampton coming in goal. Still without a number of first team players, and to play Reading. I spoke to Mark after the game, and he said, and I think I agree. Like when you play the big teams, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, you know how they play, you know what you're going to get from them. So it's easier to prepare for a game against them than it is a team like Reading, because they can mix it up. They can be physical. Well, they're always physical, but they can rough you up, or they've got players with good technical ability as well. So you never really know what you're getting with Reading. But so to beat them in the manner we did with the late goal as well was very sweet. Yeah.
Good. On a good day was all.
It wasn't too bad at all, actually.
We're going to be playing a video of Little Scarlet
We'll
a
do
few
it
moments
later,
ago.
yeah.
When do you want to do that?
We'll do it later.
Yeah, I've just seen that. Hello, Scarlet. That video absolutely had me bits. That's Birmingham.
Can I also say, like,
No,
lots of
it's
people
passed
are talking about different things regarding. We're only here for an hour and a half, and we will try and get through them all. But
Keep commenting, we'll pick it up
we
eventually.
we don't forget the comments.
Yeah. If we haven't read your comment after 5 minutes, put it back on, and
put it back on.
We'll pick it up eventually.
Competitions.
What's this video? Sorry, what's this video?
Okay, there's a video done the rounds, and it was of a young girl called Scarlet. Have you got it now, Chris? Can we do it now? Because I don't want to wait. It's that good. It's that good. And basically, a dad gives her a packet of crisps, and inside the packet of crisps, a ticket for the West Ham game. And the reaction on his face is just like it's pure magic. It was just beautiful. Had me in tears, mate. Had me in bits. I'm not known to be emotional. You know what I mean?
Right. You have to wait for a bit.
Okay, we'll get it on as soon as we possibly can. But Scarlet, it's coming up very shortly. Competitions, Chris. I hear now that all the competitions for last year, all the prizes have now been posted out.
They're all going out today.
Okay, that's wonderful news. And what do we have for competitions today, then, sir?
There's another. I've been set five questions, and we want the answers from. And I'll get those up later. That's another competition.
Okay, brilliant.
Plus our normal competition that we do every
normal
week.
competition is all you need to do is share this
so
on
many
your personal stream, not any other stream, but your personal Facebook page, to be on the chance to win some goodies for next week. So there you go. Okay. And I think the video is coming up any minute.
No, you have to wait a second. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. We'll get there. Congratulations to Paul Gill for being on our screen of the week
again.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
Dozza wants to know, what do people think of the London Stadium? I can't possibly tell you because I didn't go because I was far too ill. I've been poorly all over New Year.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Bless me.
All right,
Bless you.
So I'm going to try and get that video up now if you want to.
Go on then.
Here we go, Scarlett, your big moment. Oh, bless her. Oh, it's having me going again. Woohoo! Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Scarlett, you are the star of tonight's show. Well done, you. Well done, and your dad as well. Brilliant stuff. I love to see stuff like that. Absolutely love it.
Have to get her in.
Oh, dear. Oh. Okay. Just share this on your personal Facebook page, as you say. Dave Moore says, awful stadium. We were in top tier and we're closer to St Andrews on the pitch. Yeah, I don't think it's a place I'd really want to go to. I think it's a bit. No.
It looks a bit soulless, doesn't it? Really?
It is what it is.
It's not a football stadium.
No, it's a.
It was never meant to be a football stadium.
It's a football stadium for people who want a day out. It's not a football stadium for people who want a tight atmosphere and a good, the good old days, if you like, of the 70s and 80s. It's not that. If you want to sell tickets for 20 quid and everybody can have a lovely day out, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But it isn't a football stadium for your purists.
Atmosphere doesn't travel, and also.
But you don't want it. People who are having a lovely day out at West Ham.
The 5,000.
You don't want atmosphere.
The 5,000 that we took created that atmosphere there.
Well, it was it was loud.
Brilliant support.
But I thought it was quite loud. Generally,
Yeah,
I didn't think it sounded too bad.
Yeah.
To be fair, from both sides, but.
It's a bowl without a soul from Benji Smith, and Dozza Police, and afterwards was shocking.
It is what, like I said, it is what it is. It's a football. It's a modern day. It's your football stadium for 2018, 2019, where people don't want to go and have an atmosphere. They want to go and sit down and
With the prawns.
have popcorn and have a big drink and sit down and watch 90 minutes of football in a peaceful arena. They don't want, that's the reality.
And to the individual who decided to throw horse excrement at our supporters,
Well done.
what a hero.
Well done.
What a person. Not just once.
Everybody's seen you pick up horse manure and throw
Not
it at
just once, but twice.
Well done.
I bet he's a chef.
Crikey, I've seen worse.
Well done.
I think it's a delicacy around those parts anyway. So.
yeah, it probably is, Lee, yeah.
Is it Kevin Tomlinson's daughter?
It is Kevin
That's
Tomlinson's
Scarlett.
daughter, yes, Scarlett, yeah.
Kevin, come in with Scarlett one day.
Bring her in next Monday.
Yeah.
Bring it in if you
Next
Bring
Monday,
him in.
Scarlett on the show. Come on, Kev. Let's have an agreement that you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because
I
that
can
is,
give-
I'll tell you
give
what,
a
that
couple
is the future of our football club, isn't it?
Oh, God,
you
yeah.
see a girl like that
Yeah.
so excited to get a ticket.
Absolutely.
The
I'm sure we can get a couple of prizes.
Of course we can. Of course we can. Next generation, that's what it is. Next generation, and we need it. We need it coming through.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, well, what a busy Christmas period that was. Before we go into your rant,
Yeah.
let's start with the 5 games really we've had over that period.
Yeah.
I want to start with Stoke at home.
Okay.
Cracking atmosphere.
Yeah.
Stood up in the... stood up. It was in the GM, lower.
Okay.
Row 32, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
Great view. I love that special place. It's a great place to view a football game from there.
Well, you've got the view of the Tilton and the Cop then, haven't you? Which is, it's
You don't quite
it's a
get
good
the atmosphere as what you would in the Tilton.
Yeah,
but the view
but you
is-
can
is-
see it. You can
yeah.
see it. Whereas, there's that's what makes it good. From one side you can see it, and from the other side you're part of it. So I think wherever you are, you get the feel of it definitely.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
when it's full like that. It definitely resonates. People what people are saying about the West Ham ground, St Andrews. It's certainly when it's full, it does resonate around the whole ground. And it travels and it makes it a really good place to be.
Reece Kane, go away. Just keep your foul language to yourself and run on, jog on. We don't want you here. You're nothing to do with it. Go away. And but yeah, the Stoke game was dead special for me. I won a pint on it as well, which I only managed to drink yesterday. I think I literally had a pint and half a shandy on New Year's Eve. Mate. I've been so out of it. But Ken Beach, me landlord, Stoke fan. We had a pint on the game. And
right.
The second I walked in the pub, I said, "I'll just have half, Ken." He goes, "No, I owe you a pint." Anyway, I'd forgotten about it completely.
Oh yeah.
But always nice to swallow a cold one on somebody else's behalf.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, make the most
We
of
haven't
it.
covered Wigan, have we?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Wigan.
right, okay.
I'll do Wigan in a few minutes.
I thought we
now.
did Wigan.
No, we haven't not yet. No,
Did we not? Did we not do that show?
No.
because it was after the event, wasn't it? It was after Christmas.
Yeah.
After Christmas, wasn't it?
No, it was before Christmas, but that would have been
It was
Christmas
just before
Eve,
Christmas.
wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was. Yeah, big problem. So great atmosphere and a great day out there. That's perfectly summed up in the big smile that I had on my face all the way home.
Yeah, it was. They were fantastic. For 10-15 minutes towards the end of the first half, it looked like Stoke had, got a grip on the game, and
especially when Crouchy came on with.
Well, no, that was when they'd stopped. That was when they completely stopped. There was the last 10-15 minutes of the first half. Ryan Woods and Joe Allen were getting their foot on the ball and they were dictating play, and they were looking a threat, and we had to ride a little bit of a storm. But then obviously Magoma's goal, the timing of Magoma's goal was perfect just before half time. We go in 1-0, and then Rowett being what he does, decides to take their best player off, their best ball player in Ryan Woods off, and bring Crouch on. Now, I'm not being funny.
Went for the impact, didn't he?
But I've seen enough Blues. You'd have thought he'd seen enough of. He brought Morrison in. He was the one who brought Michael Morrison in. Now, I've seen enough of Michael Morrison. What do you think Michael Morrison would rather do? Try and stop little through balls from Ryan Woods into a quick striker, or challenge Crouch in the air? he will take on aerial duels any day of the week against anybody, and the same for Dean. So as soon as he brought Crouch on and took Woods off, that was it. They started lumping a few balls in, but their threat completely went from the first half. And from my point of view, we looked a hell of a lot more comfortable after he made that change, and then obviously the Bogle's goal wraps it up out of nowhere, and
Where did
it's
that come from?
it's just one of those moments, isn't it?
To get your first one at home, to get your first one,
Do it like that.
against an old manager,
Yeah.
and to get your first one to win the game,
Yeah.
as well.
Planting it in the top corner like that,
boom,
it's unbelievable.
boom.
Yeah,
Long may that continue.
unbelievable
We'll see a lot more of
moment
that.
for him.
Yeah, great.
If he plays 20 minutes between now and the end of the season, and that's all he plays for us again, he's got that, hasn't he, now? So
Yeah.
fair play to him.
Yeah, good. Well done, Mr. Bogle, on your first one. Anything from you, Mrs. Brown?
No.
Okay, on to Wigan.
My beer's
Wigan
a bit
away
warm,
then.
but there you
You probably all heard it took me 5 trains to get there.
When was that?
All right, you took us to Stoke to Manchester Piccadilly. Was it Piccadilly or one of the Manchester ones? Yeah, Piccadilly. And then there was industrial action at Piccadilly, so I couldn't get a train to Wigan. So they had to send me halfway around the country to get me there. Oh no, don't.
You got there,
anyway.
though?
I got there, and my last train back was at 5 to 5. Well, I don't know whether you know Wigan and how far it is away from the football ground. You have to walk all the way around. Like
What, the
an
centre?
Asda.
Yeah.
An Asda and a shopping
Yeah.
place to get there. And absolutely no chance. I've got absolutely no chance of getting back to the railway station for 5 to 5. And the wonderful people, Steve Portman, Steve Smith, Lindsay Phillips, dropped me back home at my door. Gave me a lift home.
very nice.
Now that is what you call a blues family, isn't it?
That's-
proper.
That's-
Looked at me and said, I'm sorry, you are giving the question.
Not that loud though.
But no, I mean, that is absolutely... You couldn't have asked for more, could you? It's top drawer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very nice
Top
of him.
drawer.
Yeah, definitely.
Top people. Thank you very,
And they
very,
never asked
very,
you for
very
money,
much
no?
indeed. Mark Adams says, Nick told you Wigan isn't there on the train. It would have been all right, Mark, actually. I don't travel by train very much, right? That's probably the 3rd time in 10 years I've travelled on a train. And I just didn't feel like driving. It's over the Christmas period, this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, I'll get the train up. If they'd have sent me to Crewe, I could have got a direct from Crewe to Wigan.
Yeah,
No.
that's right.
Right, you talk to Crewe because that's on the same line as Stoke, but I don't know. But anyway, never mind. I got home, and I was home by
That's all that
7:30 in the
matters,
evening.
yeah.
And thanks to all my friends at Accessory Blues for a great day out. They were absolutely charming, brilliant, and we just had an absolute blast up there. We had a ball.
Brilliant.
Had my pint knocked over, which added to my day. It's all good. It's all fun. You know what I mean? Fun. Who needs
I'm
some
normally
fun in your
happy
life?
I don't know what that is, but yeah. Sounds great.
But again, a marvellous atmosphere, and
Wayne Merrick says, I messaged you, Nick, to see if you were going. You could have come up with us.
I can't remember, to be fair.
So,
Got no
Oh,
chance.
Wayne, I'm sorry. Any other time than mate. I've got to Preston.
You've got
Who fancies
tons of
Preston
friends.
away in March.
Ooh,
when is it?
get a
I don't know.
13th, I think.
That's a Tuesday night, isn't it?
Is it a Tuesday
Is it? I don't
night?
know. Have a look. Well, have a look. Well, have a look. Somebody tell me when the Preston game is.
Got no chance. Hobby City's on that Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Saturday, the Preston game.
All right, okay.
pretty sure.
going to tell us any minute now.
But it's right close to my son's birthday, so I'll get him the ticket for the game. So if anybody fancies a Tilton Talk tour,
Just if you get a ticket.
if you get a ticket, Preston away should do.
Who knows? Who knows nowadays?
Right, we'll come to this in a minute. Oh,
knows?
it's calm. Calm.
Just
Calm,
saying.
calm.
Just saying, who knows?
It's not time yet. We
Who
haven't looked
knows?
around.
Just saying.
Okay, so that was Wigan. Great result again.
Yeah.
Brentford. Okay, we differed there a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, so you had your Wigan was the 22nd or whatever it was, and then Stoke was Boxing Day. So you've got, we went to Wigan and won 3-0. Stoke 4 days later, they put in a real shift against Stoke. They really did. They worked so hard against Stoke to get that win. And then 3 days after that, they've got Brentford at home, and Brentford aren't the side they were a couple of months ago. But they've still got really good technical players, and that's what Blues struggle with. If a side is technical against them, then we don't have the ball very often, and a lot of the time this season, it's been to our benefit. But Brentford were going to have a lot of the ball, and they're very technical, and we had to work so hard there as well. And the first half was a little bit scrappy, but second half, I think, because of the needle that there is between Blues and Brentford, and obviously Maupay and there were so many challenges flying in towards the end of that first half, and it seemed the intensity and the needle just got everybody up. It got the crowd up, and it got the players up, and I think that carried the players through. It's certainly in that second half, and even though it was 0-0, we could have won 1-0, and I don't think there'd have been a better moment than Morrison going through Maupay and then turning round to give it him back, and Dean and Gardner going down to him as well, giving it him on the floor. So look. The effort that they've put, so that's a week of football. That's 3 games in a week, and they've put a shift in every single time, and we haven't got the luxury to make changes. So it's the same 11 week in, week out. And then so we've got a point at Brentford, and then we go to Sheffield Wednesday on New Year's Day, who are resurgent. They're playing, playing well. New manager uplift.
I feared for that game.
Yeah, and I did. I thought we were going to lose it, and then going 1-0 down. You think, okay, it's the 4th game in 11 days. Yeah. They've put in an unbelievable shift over those 11 days.
Get anything.
You're 1-0 down at Sheffield Wednesday. Okay,
not expecting to get anything.
Well, your energy's gone. You think that there's nothing left in the tank. You go 1-0 down at a side away to a side that are playing well at the moment and are in confidence again after sacking their manager, and then we still managed to get a point out of it. And you just think they can't keep going, but they do. The effort that they're putting in is unreal. And then to go again on Saturday at West Ham and
again,
a Premier League side,
put in a good shift.
They were unbelievable. The effort they put in again was unbelievable. The same side again. I couldn't believe that the only person he'd left out was Hotter. Could not believe it. I thought they've got nothing. Surely they've got nothing left after those 4 league games in 11 days or whatever it was. Surely they've got nothing left in the tank. And they matched West Ham, more than matched them, in terms of endeavour and commitment. Quality-wise, West Ham could have scored more in that second half. I saw a few people say that we outplayed West Ham in the second half. I don't think we did. We had our chances, but West Ham also had their chances, and they were a little bit wasteful. But to go to a Premier League club, your 5th game in 14 days or whatever it is, and to put the effort in they did again is
Christmas and New Year's
is unreal.
To be honest with
you. But Keith Bells came out after the Brentford game. We were signing autographs for the kids and stuff, and you could just see he was like, absolutely knackered. So to then go at Sheffield Wednesday and get something, and to put the effort in they did at West Ham, I've got absolutely nothing but admiration and respect for these players and the management staff at the moment.
Excellent.
They're being unbelievable.
Great. Amanda Hutchinson's so proud of our little Scarlet. Bless her, she is so excited about next week now. Well, we're excited too.
We certainly are, yeah, definitely. It'd be great.
Great to get the youngsters in.
Definitely.
And it's looking 16th. 16th is the Preston away game.
Okay, so that's the weekend after.
Get about 5,000 because that's what B6 got.
Right.
So let's.
We'll take more.
It's March. Quick stop off at the Black Swan, you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see if we get tickets. We'll see if there's tickets left.
All right, okay.
You don't go with the conspiracy theory, right?
We'll see if there's tickets left.
Regarding
That's all I'm saying.
We'll come to it in a minute.
That's all I'm saying. There might not be tickets left.
Okay, yeah.
It might not get to silver members. Who knows?
So all in all, the Christmas period, apart from we've got knocked out of the FA Cup.
The FA Cup. I don't care about the FA Cup.
We don't need it with the
We're not going to win it.
Far too thin to get.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So, Christmas period for you, marks out of 10.
8.
9 for me. I think it's been absolutely
9
brilliant.
if we'd have snuck that Brentford game.
Yeah.
But
okay. All right.
But
it's up there anyway. At least.
Effort and the commitment that they're putting in, the energy levels that they're showing is a 10. But naturally, the quality of your play is going to reduce the amount, the more tired you get. And I think we showed that a little bit in the first half at Brentford, a little bit at Sheffield Wednesday, even more so at West Ham. But they're a Premier League club. It's even more difficult to show it against a Premier League club. So, but yeah, they've been unreal.
And great to all the fans from all the clubs actually that we've played who have written in saying how class our support is. West Ham, Stoke were doing it, but like
how many points does that get you?
It doesn't matter how many points it gets you. Our fans
I'm not bothered. I am not
sense
bothered
sleeping.
one bit what anybody else thinks of our fans. We know what we do.
Yeah.
We know what we're capable of. Not interested one bit what who have West Ham played this season at home. Not interested one bit.
I wouldn't be able to.
Well, I don't. It's irrelevant. West Ham fans say nice things on social media about our fans, and then one of them throws horse manure at us. So
that's still 1 out of 50,000.
Yeah, but it's one. It's 3 out of 50,000. It's 3 out of more than 50,000 that decide to write on Twitter. Oh, what a lovely bunch Blues are. Keep it to yourself.
I bet you
Keep it to yourself.
Worse than that.
I don't care. I don't care what West Ham fans think.
Right. Stop there now. Stop there, because you've
Completely
elevated your voice
irrelevant.
an octave. Right. What was the rant on social media all about?
It's just the club in general at the moment. I cannot emphasise this enough. The credit I've just give the players and the coaching staff is absolutely fundamentally spot on. I cannot emphasise enough how impressed I've been by every one of those players and every member of that coaching staff for the work that they're doing, for the results that they're getting on the pitch. It's that they've been unbelievable, and they are keeping the feel good factor, of the club there, and the work Claire Bowden and Davo are doing, with supporters as well. The memorial thing that they did at the Brentford game with the supporters that we've lost in the year, the roll call that they did, again, a really, really good idea. But there's just little things creeping in. And it's
out with them.
It's thoroughly boring and sickening. We're getting an awful lot more. I'm noticing it more on our Facebook page. People are being vile to each other. You credited our supporters. There's no set of supporters like us, and we're an unbelievable set of supporters. And on the whole, we are. I agree with it, but there's things are Lee Camp, right? So Lee Camp is our goalkeeper. Yeah, we've got 4 goalkeepers on the books. Lee Camp is our goalkeeper. Nothing is changing that. Nothing is changing that unless Camp gets injured or Monk goes. Okay, Lee Camp is not David De Gea. He's not Jan Oblak. He's not the best goalkeeper in the world. There is absolutely no doubt about that. That's quite obvious, and he is going to make mistakes. But you're either backing Lee Camp and saying he's the best keeper in the Championship,
which he's not, or
you're absolutely against him and he's the worst thing you've ever seen in the world. And if you disagree, then go and hang yourself.
Ooh. And harsh.
No, but this is what people are coming up with.
Yeah.
Go and hang yourself. You're clueless. You haven't got have you ever watched football? What's going on? Why can't we just have a debate? This show used to be, and people used to put things up, and there'd be 200 comments on the stream, and there wouldn't be one swear word. I'm not saying I'm the worst culprit for it. I swear more than anybody probably.
On Twitter, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I know you do.
And it's but it's emotive, and I get that it's emotive.
Yeah.
But you're just getting people are getting so personal with each other over whether Lee Camp is the best keeper in the world or the worst keeper in the world. He's somewhere in between.
I'll tell you what Lee Camp is. Lee Camp is our keeper.
Yeah, he is.
As long as he pulls that shirt on, and he puts the badge on, right, and he turns around and applauds the fans like he did at Wigan, and then he is Birmingham City's #1 choice goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You don't influence that. I don't influence that. Gary Monk does. He's
Yeah.
the manager. He's the guy that we trust to put the team out, or team of 11 plus whatever on
Yeah.
the bench, right? And as supporters, we have to back him. End of. Criticise him by all means.
Yeah.
Criticise.
Listen, but
In a constructive
nobody's going to the games hoping he chucks one in, so it helps their case on Twitter. No, nobody's doing that. Surely nobody's doing that. But there's a line, and the West Ham game, the first goal is a mistake. It is a mistake. He's tried to parry it away. He hasn't parried it away. He's parried it straight back into the danger area, and Arnautovic has headed it home. It's a goalkeeping error. It doesn't mean he needs to be shot. It doesn't mean that anybody who criticises him and says, "Oh, that looks like a goalkeeping error to me," it wants him out of the club and detests every bone in his body. It's a goalkeeping error. People are allowed to say that without going completely off the spectrum. And when he makes a good save,
the good saves that he made against Sheffield.
yeah, by all accounts, he kept us in it at Sheffield.
And Stoke, he made some good saves.
Well, he made a decent save at 1 or 2, against Stoke. But there's either one end of the spectrum or completely the other, and there's people have lost the middle ground, but all it's doing is, and people are insulting each other. And it's madness.
Wayne says it's an opinion-free speech platform. Camp don't catch the ball, period, and it costs us. He does tend to parry a little bit too much for my liking.
I've said this before. This is how they're coached. Obviously with
the
Blues women, but going to Blues women, I've spoke to the keepers at Blues women who have been there before. They don't coach goalkeepers to catch the ball, because if they catch it, it drops at your feet. If you try and catch it and you miss it, it's dropping at your feet.
Well,
so goalkeepers aren't taught to catch the ball. They punch it and they parry it. That's the way keepers are taught nowadays. Now, obviously, catching the ball, he probably could have caught that one against West Ham. The header wasn't that powerful. He should have done better with it. And if he's going to parry, he's got to parry it further away. But it's a goalkeeping error. It's as simple as that. And you can say that. Andrew Cash, who put the video up of his dodgy save at Sheffield Wednesday, where it's a really weak header and it's in the middle of the goal, and he sort of shovels it away, where he could have probably threw a cap on it. But that's him. That's him. And it does look shaky at times. And I don't think there's been a home game this season. I've got a season ticket. I don't think there's been a home game this season where there hasn't been a moment where we've gone at something Camp has done.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we are keeping clean sheets. And we have done defensively really well.
And it is a team game.
And he's part of the team. So, there are people who are waiting for him to make a mistake so they can lambast him.
Some good reactions.
And there are people who are waiting for him to make a save just so they can defend him.
Right.
It's just accept what he is.
Eric Bullock, not a fan of Lee Camp, but will always back him. Personally, think we've been spoilt with great goalkeepers over the years. We definitely have. Eric.
Well, that we have, yeah.
Daniel Ruana, if I've just lost that one, my apologies. Where's that gone? Yeah, if you trust in Monk, you trust in his starting 11. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Lots and lots of comments coming in on this one.
But you can have the opinion that Lee Camp isn't our best goalkeeper, right? I don't share that opinion. I think Lee Camp is our best goalkeeper. You can disagree with that if you want, but don't start getting personal with people who defend him. It's just madness. And
it's all about opinions.
And there's been so much of it lately over the last 3-4 weeks or so. There has been, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, Maybe it's just me, but I've seen so
Well, we've
much
had
more of it
Christmas
of
in the
late.
year, and that incorporates fun, doesn't it? So we've had like a fun period in your life where
Getting told
perhaps
to
you've
hang
not-
yourself isn't particularly
No,
fun.
no,
Not even for me.
No, it's not. It's wrong. That is wrong. It is wrong.
But
The thing is, that it's because a lot.
However, there's
a lot
some
of
good comments
footballers
coming
have we've all become experts.
well, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, we're all
We're all experts.
Everybody's a
And
football
we're all
manager,
right,
and
we're all right.
yeah.
Wayne Merrick says they wear Kenny Everett hands nowadays. They just can't catch the ball. And it's not just camp.
No, but you look at any game, hardly any keepers catch the ball nowadays, because it's because
Yeah.
the
and you're right.
potential of getting it wrong, the possibility of that causing more
Winning
problems.
or losing, that isn't it?
Pardon?
That's the difference between winning or losing if he gets it wrong.
Well, yeah. If you try and if a corner comes in, you try and catch it and you get it wrong, it's falling in a crowded area of 12 players,
And 7
and
likes.
anything could happen.
7 likes on this comment from Paul Gillies there. Best available keeper, end of debate.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. But then you've got the other problem then, which really started getting to me the other night, which is when I posted that.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Are you missing Check and Doy?
No,
No, I was just asking.
no, that's not affecting me one bit. No, Stockdale. So one of our other goalkeepers,
Came in for a bit of criticism, I saw.
he came in for a bit of criticism based on his wage. I think the original comment was you need to leave. You're crippling our finance. It was after the finances come out, and it was something along the lines of you need to leave. You're on too much money. Help us out and go. Right? I don't know why. I don't know the kid. I don't know why you'd tweet that to a professional footballer. No. I wouldn't do it. I don't see the benefit of doing it. David Stockdale is an experienced goalkeeper. He's a professional footballer. He's on, by all accounts, over £35,000 a week. What are you doing getting into a Twitter argument with a 19-year-old?
Exactly. Yeah.
Grow up! You want to play football? Go and play football. Actually, I kind of agree with him. Get out. Go and play football. Stop arguing with people on Twitter. Stop giving it the big un.
You can get drawn. I know you can get drawn into these arguments, but you're right. He's a professional footballer. It shouldn't be.
You want to get back into the team? What do you think? What do you think the best way of getting Gary Monk to notice you is?
Work hard.
Work hard. Lose a bit of timber and play well in training, or have a scrap with a 19-year-old Blues fan on Twitter. But then, coincident, just so happens that at the same time,
Happy New Year, Chris, by the way.
Jeff Horsfield needs asked for some help for a mate of his who needs some
And
tools
what
to
did
get
Stockdale
himself.
do?
And Stockdale, just so happens at the same time he's getting stick on Twitter, decides to help the lad out. Now, this isn't a David Stockdale, you did this for attention, right? David Stockdale might be the nicest guy on the planet. I don't know him. He might be the nicest guy on the planet. The fact he's scrapping with 19-year-olds on Twitter suggests that he probably isn't. But whatever, it's a good deed what he's done for this bloke, right? And then Horsfield decides to tweet. Now, I have no affiliation with Jeff Horsfield either. I think it was really silly of him to tweet, look at what David Stockdale's done helping my mate out. Because he know. Because
you knew exactly what he was doing.
You surely know the reaction that's going to come.
Yeah.
And then you're bombarded with Blues fans saying, "Oh, what a top man Stocko is, getting back." Oh, tweeting at Gary Monk in it. Oh, getting back in the sticks. Get that clown Lee Camp out. What a top man Stocko is. And you're not helping the situation. I was amazed Horsfield tweeted that.
Aaron Geller's not knows, put your 50 in.
Oh, I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. The Horsfield, send David Stockdale a tweet or a direct message saying,
a bit
I
silly of the
really
Horsfield.
appreciate what you've done. Top man, I really appreciate what
Send a
you've
private
done.
message.
I tell you what, when you leave, I'll tell everybody. Stockdale's left, but before he left, he did this for my mate. Top bloke, well done. Don't put it out now. Don't put it out now. The day camp makes a mistake, and everybody's on his back again. and you go and do that.
Doz says breathe. No big deal.
And breathe.
I ain't even got onto
Have we got
tickets
have we got any
yet.
breath? Have
We
got
haven't
any
even
breath?
got onto
No, we'll
tickets
come to
yet.
tickets
It's
in a
only
minute.
part
We'll
one.
come to tickets in a
Part
minute.
one of 5.
So
please.
is that the main crux of your rant then?
Or part of it.
No,
Right, okay. So let's go. Let's do this
that
one then.
situation. That Stockdale Horsefield camp situation
Yeah.
led to me putting that
Okay.
comment on the
Club
Facebook
finances
group.
have just been released.
Yeah,
Not good.
sickening.
But
Over
so much-
200%
so-
wages to turnover
it's
ratio.
yeah.
I just think how much more it would have been if Alex Song had come.
Do you know, you joke about it. And Redknapp's lauded like some national treasure.
Yeah.
And he does this to every single club.
I didn't laud him this
and
morning.
I've
He
just
put
been told to
some-
ring the bell.
He
That's
put
all.
some on
Carry on.
Twitter about him appearing here, there, and everywhere, and I said, right,
10%.
vinegar in my eyes.
10% of the blame I put on the owners because we didn't spend a dime.
We
didn't
fell
spend a dime
into
for
the trap.
Absolutely,
We all fell into the
I
trap.
fell into it. The owners fell into it, and I don't believe Blues fan. The vast majority of Blues fans, if they say they didn't buy into it. Some Blues fans will have been cautious about it.
Dave Moore says, call Blimey Dan, ask him about Brexit. We'll come on to that
Not
one another day.
going on to that.
Another day.
Yeah, but so I mean they are what they are.
We can't change it, can we?
Do you want? I'd give us a 9-point deduction for having a 200% wages to turnover percentage. It's an absolute shocker. And so we lost 38 million last year. We've made losses for the last 5 years. So when are we getting out of this FFP trouble? Because if the basis of FFP and the sustainability method
It's on a 3-year
is that you can't lose less than 38 million over 3 years, we're stuffed for the next 3 years.
And
So we're not making profits.
And other clubs.
Yeah, but we're not making profits,
No,
are we,
no.
anytime soon?
Do clubs make profits?
Sorry,
these
did
days?
you want to butt in?
No, I was just told to ring the bell to.
You
quieten
just
To
things
stop,
down.
mate.
Right,
Quiet things
okay,
down a
that's
bit.
fair
sorry,
enough,
yeah.
Okay.
We talked about tickets yet? No, or was
The
that one-
Dingles are playing Liverpool. Anybody gets any updates on that one, please let us know, because you'll get it quicker than what we will. Right, tickets, please.
I'm going.
The man needs to come in.
Okay.
The man needs to come in and explain.
Not next Monday, because that's Scarlet's night.
Yeah,
Right.
but there is a massive issue. There is a massive issue, and so many people. It's difficult because you're accusing him of doing something naughty, but so many people. There's no smoke without fire. So many people are accusing him of messing this ticket system up. 5,200. We only got 5,200 for West Ham.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's his fault. I don't know whose fault that is.
I believe, now I don't know how this works, but I believe that if we were to take the full 9,200 allocation or whatever it was, that we had to pay up front for the lot.
Right. What's the problem?
I don't know.
We're not going to sell 9,200, are we? We had this discussion before. We'd have sold 15,000. So there's no issue whatsoever with paying for 9,200 up front, because they would have gone, right? I've heard reports. There was an executive box owner. He was asked how many tickets he wanted for West Ham, and he asked for 20, and they gave him 40. And he said, I don't want 40, I've only want 20. And he said, just keep them anyway and get rid of them. Right? Now, obviously, he's not here to defend himself. But this is what I've heard. There are so many Blues fans who don't go to home games, who hardly go away anymore, who rocked up to that West Ham game. Somehow they've got tickets for that West Ham game.
I didn't apply for a ticket.
There are
I knew
Millwall fans who got in with Blues tickets in that away end. There were 4 or 5 rows of empty seats at the front of that ground. Now I know I've been home and away, right? I've had my stint of going away every single game. I know how it works. People have tickets at the front. They don't want to sit at the front. You want to have a drink. You want to get to the back with the lads and stand up.
Yeah.
Right? I understand how that works, but not 4 or 5 rows worth.
No.
Where are
400,
those seats?
Yeah.
Where are the people in those seats?
5,200 allocated, 4,893 went, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
So
It's more
then
than a couple of rows. Yeah.
So then I'd have loved to have gone. I'd have genuinely loved to have gone, right? And then we hear on Twitter and Facebook, I think Steve Portman said You should have let the club know
Should've
that
gone
you
with
wanted to go,
returns.
because there were hundreds of returns. Nobody. Where's the
People were asking
information?
on the morning.
Who's telling us?
People were
Who's
asking on the morning for tickets.
Where's the tweet 3 days before the game saying, just to let everybody know who didn't get a ticket, there's been hundreds of returns. If you want the ticket, give us a call.
Yeah.
Oh, but where are they going?
Yeah.
So where are these tickets going to?
But people looking for tickets Friday night, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Paul Gill.
ground.
Paul Gill, there's one.
Oh,
for you.
well, I'll come on to that in a minute.
Paul Gill, guy I work with, isn't a season ticket holder, right? And he turned up next to me on Saturday, first game I've seen that. So
Yeah.
okay, well,
And then-
all we can do is put the request in
So
for.
then-
I'm going to say my piece.
Yeah,
right,
go on.
Chris? I have never had an issue with our ticket office.
Okay.
Every time I've gone for even like almost like last minute, and if I've rocked up last minute and then had to go and buy one thing or another, I've always found it to be very helpful.
But is this home tickets?
Home and all away.
Right.
Yeah. Home or away. I've always found it very helpful. And they say the email's going to be with you in 2 minutes. It's always with me in 2 minutes. You print them off.
Yeah.
Ding dang do. I personally have never had an issue, but that's me
Right.
personally.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can only speak for this one body.
Yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah.
This one individual. But I've always found them to be very, very helpful. Bang on the ball, and never had a trouble. Never had a problem with it.
Fine.
My own personal experience.
I mean, so then you've got the Villa ticket fiasco, which happened. You know, obviously that's an old story now, but every time this happens, these sorts of things get dragged up again. So then you make your point that people were trying to get them Friday night and Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We've mentioned her on the show before, Beth Capewell, Blues fan for as long as I can remember. You know, I've home. She was going home and away every game when I was going home and away, going through a really, really tough time at the moment. Tries to sell her ticket on Friday night,
I saw that, yeah.
and he direct messages her on Twitter saying, "We've been made aware that you're trying to sell your ticket. It's been cancelled." Now, where's the respect? Where's the decency?
It was embarrassing, I thought.
It is.
That was very embarrassing.
Who direct messages someone
Yeah. No.
going through what she's going through, and they know what she's going through because Djukovic sent her a message on Twitter wishing her well. So the club know exactly what she's going through, and to do that to her, as someone who's been home and away, who's put so much money, her life and soul into this football club, and to treat it like that was honestly, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was bad.
Absolutely
It was
disgusting.
embarrassing,
Not going to get it right
But then,
all the time.
but then you got. But what do you mean not right all the time?
No, nobody's going to
That's-
get everything right all of the time.
No, but that's not
That
getting
was-
it
that
right
was
or
wrong.
wrong.
That was wrong.
That's
completely
that's
out of
inhumane.
order. Yeah, completely out of order. Completely. All I
You
say
know?
is that everybody,
And-
everybody is, all fallible. We all make a mistake. Now
Tickets
and again,
pass
just something
hands so often. You know, people wonder how do people who go to every away game, who haven't got a season ticket, get their tickets? Because they don't. They buy the ticket for the away game, but if there's no interest in going, they'll just give it to a mate. But they've bought the ticket on their code, so then they get their gold membership again next season. That's how it works. That's how I've been to away games. I know people. You used to go and there was. I went Barnsley and there was 400 people there. 200 of them don't go to home games. They just go to away games. And they go and they buy their ticket, and if they don't want to go to that game, they'll give it to someone else. They'll sell it to someone else, but it's against their client code. So then they've got their gold membership, so they can go to West Ham and they can go to Villa if they can be bothered, or if not, they'll sell it to anybody.
The only way
She
we're going
was-
to
she
get this
was-
sorted is to get Anna.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
back
absolutely.
Back on the show.
And he,
Nice
I-
bloke.
I've had
him
a
before.
pop.
Yeah, it's great.
I've had a pop.
Yeah.
Right, he come in and he was brilliant when he
Yeah,
came in,
yeah.
and I've spoke to him numerous times, and I've never had an issue
Never
speaking
know.
with him,
Yeah.
and he deserves the chance to defend himself.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah.
Paul Gill, Sheffield Wednesday tickets was woeful. Said sold out online for ages, and then they announced only 1,500 sold the day before. Crazy. It's a joke.
But nobody's trusting. Nobody's trusting the ticket system at the moment.
No. And at home as well.
Well, home is.
Yeah.
But at home, we're not going to sell out. I know we did it at Stoke, but away games, people are wanting to go to away games. And if we can keep doing well, Preston, you joke about it. If we're 7th, Preston, those tickets, 5,000 tickets aren't going to be enough for Blues fans, and you're asking an awful lot. But yeah, so there's so numerous things added up, and it's a real shame because like I said, the players and the management are doing unbelievably well, and the vast majority of the support has been fantastic.
Oh, it's been great.
Well, haven't we got Dave and Claire coming in shortly?
We have, yeah.
Right,
We're just going to sort the date out.
This is one of the things
they're
that
coming
we
in.
can put across to them.
Yeah.
And it's not.
But it's only right that they answer for either the club on behalf of the club, or
the club. The club have every right to. I'm just voicing what my fears are, and what I think might be happening. And I'm concerned about it because I was one of them that would have loved a West Ham ticket.
Ding the bell. Wolves 1-0 up.
Yeah, good on them.
1-0 up. Blimey.
Was it Tammy Abraham?
Fancy not turning up for training this morning.
Yeah.
What a tool. What an absolute, complete and utter, thoroughly unprofessional idiot. Huh?
Well,
good luck, Wolves.
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Okay.
Jimenez.
But anyway, Bo Brummie won the race.
Yes, he did, yeah. And what a race it was, too.
What a fantastic
It was breathtaking.
Especially after all the
it's
Twitter
a good job they've got
behind
that running track around the ground, isn't it, for events like that.
But especially all the Twitter abuse Bo got up beforehand off the hammer.
Oh yeah.
Which was
Well, it is like I said, it is what it is, isn't it? It's an entertainment. It's
half-time entertainment.
It's great for the people who want to go to West Ham, isn't it? The old mascot race. What a joy. So yeah, good luck to him.
You ain't anything.
Look, I don't like West Ham. I detest Golden Sullivan. I don't particularly like West Ham fans. So
I don't think the West Ham fans like Golden Sullivan.
No.
Or the stadium.
No, they don't.
But some of them will. Some of them will, because it allows them to sit back and relax and watch the game and then get out and go and do your shopping and all that. So some people will. So maybe the hardcore West Ham fans, I do feel a little bit sorry for. The ones who've been going down 50 years and were used to Upton Park and loved the atmosphere But
over a very relatively short period of time, with disrespect, each and every single one of them will die out, and this new breed will come through.
Yeah. So in 20,
I mean, how much did we hate sitting down
when I'm 70?
When they took the cop down?
I've no idea.
He wouldn't remember.
Remember. When I'm 70, I mean, there might not even be spectators at football. When I'm 70, we'll just have it streamed online.
Yeah.
They'll put crowd noises in the ground to make it feel like
wasn't there a survey that a large percentage of Premiership actually
Premier League
would still make a profit?
Yeah, I think it was nearly all of them, wasn't it?
But still make a profit without the crowd.
Yeah. Well, with the money they get now, yeah, probably. Yeah. And that money will keep going up and up and up. So yeah,
the game's gone.
I don't think.
Well, it's a different game. The game hasn't gone. It's a different game.
West Ham fans like West Ham fans.
But that and there's your problem, because you've got half of them who are absolutely, completely, 100% against it. Were from the start. They could win the Premier League in there, and they'd still say it's a rubbish ground because there's no atmosphere. And then you've got the other half who are trying to get behind the team and trying to accept the fact that they're in this stadium, and that's what you get. You'll have people scrapping, and it'll probably happen if it happens to Blues.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Right, Gold, Sullivan and Brady revitalised Blues when we were on our backsides. I respect what they did. They also tried to sell it.
They also bought us for £1 and sold us for 80 million.
82 million, wasn't it? To a hairdresser.
They didn't give a damn what happened to us after that.
To a hairdresser.
But they bought us. They didn't buy us with the long running ambition that we'd become a successful club. Everything that those people do, they do for themselves, for their own benefit and for their financial benefit, which is it's fine. That's their way of living. That's fine.
Okay, hard game next. Borough at home on Saturday. The Pulis factor and all that.
Probably, I'm going to regret saying this.
Go on.
Probably the easiest game we'll play in the next couple of months.
Certainly the next month.
We've only got 2 games this month, but yeah, over the you look at the fixtures coming up. I think Borough aside, it's weird because they did this with Monk. Weren't they on the verge of playoffs when they sacked Monk? But because they didn't like the way they were playing, and they didn't like the manager, then they got rid of him. And it's the same with Pulis now. They don't like Pulis. They don't like his tactics. They don't like the way they're playing. Every time they lose, it's a perfect opportunity to attack him and want him out. Yeah. And then just when you think he's in big trouble, they go and sneak a result. I think there's not going to be many goals in it, I don't think. Probably a 5-0 Middlesbrough incoming, obviously, now I've said all that. But, I think the way they play, it should suit us down to the ground. You hope we've got our energy levels back after West Ham. It'll help now, actually, the fact that Swansea got knocked out. Because we've got Middlesbrough and then we've got Norwich on the Friday night after that. But then that's it for January then. Because Swansea won, we've got that weekend break in January now.
That's got to be
So that'll help get everybody back, especially with the likes of Vassell and Davis as well. He's played his under-23 game. So we've only got 2 games this month, and then we're into Feb.
He played it, but scored twice as well.
Yeah, which is, I hope it doesn't put too much pressure on him when he comes back into the first team. But obviously, it's good for the confidence. And
I don't think for a minute he'll even attempt to play in the first team until such time he's absolutely mentally and physically ready.
Well, I think which is why I say now we've only got the 2 games this month. You're looking at a really good run for him, a really good training exercise and regime for him now for the start of Feb, and he might be okay to start again come the middle of start of February then.
I've just put a competition up, okay, a running competition, so I'll just leave it pinned to the bottom. So the competition is 5 players to go last summer's World Cup with their respective countries' squads that have played for Blues at some point in their careers. I probably haven't said that right.
So in the 2018 World Cup, of the squads that went to the 2018 World Cup, 5 players out of every squad, out of all of the squads together, five players have played for Blues at some point.
I can only name one at the moment, personally.
Don't just put 1 or 2 or 3. Put all 5.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I was thinking. Yeah.
And no, it's not Endor.
It was.
Well, it was one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just Endor.
Yeah. Craig Courtney's got 3.
Yeah.
Craig Courtney's got 4.
Go on, Craig.
You might be in it straight away.
Sorry, Chris, have you got that drink, mate?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, into the new year then. 39 points, 26 games played.
Yeah.
That's not a bad return, really.
Sensational return based on what we've had to go through. Yeah. I think it's worlds apart from last season.
I think thanks, Chris. I think I put 17th that we would be. How wrong was I? Which I don't mind being so.
Yeah.
Because we were below 17th. I'm quite happy. And quite a remarkable season on the pitch.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I can't praise them enough. The management, the coaching, the fitness, and the players themselves. They've been unbelievable. And like I said, every time you think a game comes along and you think this might just be one too many for them, they keep going and they keep putting in performances and putting in shifts and we keep picking up points. And we had I think we lost Bristol City, didn't we, at home? And you thought, okay, that was concerning, losing at home to Bristol City just before the busy festive period, and then we were 2-0 down at Blackburn, and you thought, okay, this is a bit of a panic, because if we're in this form going into the festive period, then we might be in trouble. But we got that back to 2-2, beat Wigan, beat Stoke, drew with Brentford.
That could be the one that played for them.
Yes, probably, yeah. Drew with Brentford and drew with Sheffield Wednesday. So, to go unbeaten in those 6 games after losing at home to Bristol City, as it's just another sign of their resilience and the effort that they're putting in, which is a complete contrast to what we had last season.
Interesting, because in the league of statistics, goals for we're 7th, assists we're 6th, shots we're 16th, saves we're 4th.
Okay.
80 saves made.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
4th in the league for saves.
Well, I think as well, the fact that we're pretty solid defensively as well, what it does show is that teams are always in a game against us, I think. Because we've mentioned before that we haven't got the players who can really control a game. We can't keep possession of the ball for 10 minutes. Like if we're 2-0 up, we'd love to do that. But I think that stat shows that although we have made saves, we've been good defensively as well. We've had to be, because teams do have joy of trying to get at us, because.
All right, January windows open then, and who just said that one? I'll give you a shout out. It's Reece Coyle. Desperately need to sign Gary Gardner. Any chance? Is there any chance of signing anybody?
Well, we can't sign anybody.
We've got one option.
We won't be signing Gary Gardner.
To bring a loan in without an agent. Without agent
Yeah.
fees.
Yeah.
And
on less than 10 grand a week.
Well, yeah. What is for a footballer minimum wage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're struggling.
In Championship, yeah.
So, Reece, I don't want to
We won't be signing
anything,
anybody. I think the best bet is like you say, a loan signing of a player who's getting no football whatsoever, or a free transfer. But I don't know. There aren't many of them around that would come to us for 10 grand a week, basically.
So we've probably got to look at youth development.
And make sure that loan signing is a good one, is the right one, yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure the management team will be scouting everywhere. And I think the longer you leave it, the better your chances.
Can't be a good
possibly
job at the moment, can it? A scout for Blues.
No, I know. Yeah, what's the point? Yeah. But so the longer you leave it, teams will start shaping their own squads, and you might see a player that you didn't think was available, and then because they've signed somebody else, he might become available. So you might not see it until the very end of the window.
Well, Ben Marshall's name's been branded about.
Yeah, I've heard Ben Marshall.
Ben Marshall looks like the one Monkeys after cover at both fullback positions and both.
There was
Ikechi
Anya as well from Derby who can play both fullback slots and both winger slots as well. So I think the fact you're basing those two names have come out is interesting, because they're both wide areas.
It looks like we've got a winner there.
We have, yeah, by the look of that one. The names have come up.
Chris Horton got it there.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris Horton has
Larson,
got them.
Butland, Lingard, Chekandoy and De Giroux.
Yeah.
Chris Horton.
I wouldn't have got De Giroux. I would not have got that one.
Yeah.
I'd thought of.
He wasn't
Lingard
with
and
us
Larson.
long, yeah, but
Yeah, well, there you go. That's all 5. Well done to Chris Horton. Something will be winging its way to you
Yeah,
very
message
shortly.
me, Chris, and I'll get some of that to you.
Could we do this week's competition, Mrs. Brown, please?
We can do it.
Okie dokie, wonderful.
In fact, you could do the draw this week.
Thank you. Oh, well, I haven't done it since last year, to be fair.
No. There you go then.
Thank you very much. Oh, that one.
No relative.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's Gloria Jackson. Gloria Jackson, well done to you.
Gloria.
You are this week's winner.
Again.
And well done to Paul Gill, as I say, for getting the screen of the week. Gloria Jackson, get in touch with Chris, and I'm sure something will be winging its way shortly to you too. There you go, Mrs. Brown. I'll give you that one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Top. Aye. Where was we anyway? Going on the potentials for new signings.
Yeah,
We've got to.
yeah.
I think getting Morrison down.
If we're allowed
if
to.
we're allowed to, I don't know. But as he's already our player, technically, are we allowed to renegotiate another contract? I don't know. Really don't know.
I don't think we're allowed to, because we'll be offering over 10 grand a week. So I don't think we're allowed to do that. So, yeah, well, I think we have to wait until the EFL ruling.
Which isn't going to be till February.
Yeah.
After the window shut.
Yeah,
Another
but
kick in the teeth to lose.
we know our situation. Whether they made the decision now or February, what we can do in January won't change.
No,
so
not at all.
that's irrelevant. But when the EFL ruling comes out, whatever they decide to do, hopefully it clears up what we can do in terms of Morrison contract and going forward in further transfer windows. Then but yeah, I mean, get it over and done with.
Yeah.
know.
And if it's got to be points, it's got to be points.
If it's points, it's points.
Nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Isn't Morrow one of the players we've signed under the 5k a week limit with Row? I really don't know, Paul Gill, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but is he going to accept 5k a week again? Probably not. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. He's the club captain. He's our in our first choice centre half partnership. And I don't think he's going to accept 10 grand a week.
No. Matt Wilkes wants to know: is there anybody else had a contract that you know of?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. How long would Cater have been given?
I don't know.
Contract
he's not
wise,
been in the frame though, has he?
No, but you get him off the book is the point.
Chris, you don't buy into the conspiracy regarding Hotter and being left out of the
I think if Gary Monk stood up and said he left him out as a precaution, and I'll accept that.
But he's going to say
100%.
that. He's going to say that, though, isn't he?
But then the only thing that adds fuel to the fire on that is that the people that we're supposedly looking at for our one last remaining loan spot are wingers. So you leave Hotter out. You left him out towards the end of last year, didn't he? A few games. He come back in. He left him out for the West Ham game. Maybe he is carrying a knock, and he just wanted to give him a rest. But then, when there's rumours that he could be the one to make way, and then you're using your last loan spot, rumours are that you're using your last loan spot for a player in Hotter's position. It adds fuel to the fire, certainly.
Yeah.
But it'd be a strong, obviously, in our position, you can't really afford to lose anybody, especially someone of that ability.
And thanks to this from Paul Gill again. Greg Stewart had a contract. Keita got a 3.5-year deal when he signed. And Pete Taylor and Doyes had a contract in the summer. Need to get him tied down.
God, I'm so fuming with these idiots. 3.5-year deals. Oh, man. Yeah. What can you do?
We'll have the Troy Deeney crew on you a bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
And Chris Horton said, apparently Morrison's contract he signed in 2016 was $12,000 a week.
Right.
I don't know. I don't
No.
know, but
Well, all I can say is if you're a championship defender, you're a club captain, and you're in the first choice centre half partnership, you're on more than 10 grand a week.
yeah.
So
Here's a great question from Leonard. He says, what would be the best points deduction or transfer embargo for next two windows? What would you go for?
You'd have to go points deduction.
Based on where we are now,
Yeah.
the fact that we're in a pretty secure position at the moment, assuming it's not 15 points,
Let's
which
assume it is.
throws us back in.
Yeah.
Well, if it's 15 points, then I'll take the transfer embargo in the next turn. Because the last thing you want is the mood. Because the mood will crumble. The feel-good factor will crumble
Yeah.
Well,
if we get 15 point deduction.
That's five,
And
five
then,
wins, isn't
and
it?
you got tough games coming up. 15 point deduction. You lose to Borough. You lose to Norwich, which is it's possible. It's possible. It's not unfeasible that we lose the next two games.
two
it
very
comes
good
to the
sides.
start of Feb and 15 point deduction, and you're fighting relegation.
You're wiped, aren't you? Pretty much.
You're fighting relegation again. So.
Okay, Linda Magna, do you think some of the refs are against us? They are an embarrassment to the sport and shouldn't be reffing in the championship.
I just don't think they're very good.
Is that what you think?
Don't think the standard's very good. I don't believe that they're against us. I don't believe that there's a conspiracy or whatnot. But I just don't. The ref at Brentford, he completely lost all control of that game. And couldn't handle it one bit. And it means so much in the championship. Teams are going for promotion, which gives them £200 million. It means every decision, every game means so much, and there's so many officials at the moment that just aren't up to standard.
And Paul Gills also said Cusack is out of contract in the summer.
Thank God.
All right.
Yeah.
Thomas, the pole in the goal.
Yeah. The pole not in the goal. That's the whole point. The pole's sitting on his couch earning whatever he's earning.
Kev French says, do we get the points deducted this year and then next year again when we go over again? I don't know. What does it roll on?
No,
every three?
I don't think it rolls.
Don't ask me.
Does it? Is it a 3
No,
year?
it's not a rollover situation. I don't think he's saying it's a rollover situation. I think he's saying we failed it this year, so we get point deduction. We're going to fail it again next year because of the figures. So do we get the same point deduction again next year because we failed it?
But it's only doesn't that revert back to year one? So wouldn't it affect us in 3 years' time again?
Well,
I don't know.
That's an interesting question. Yeah. Or do they go? Do they start it for so they're going to hit us now, and then so you've got 3 years to sort it out, or do they go? You've got a year to sort it out. If you're not back in it, then we're going to get you again.
Adrian reckons 6 points.
If it's 6 points, give it us now. Give it
Courtney
me
reckons
now.
3, Steve Portman 12. 1 point per season, Doss.
1 point per season.
Don't get that. Why would they do that? Will they deduct 1 point per season? Oh, right.
Per season of what?
So, per season.
Per season.
We've been in the championship now, or what?
No, it'll be a one-off hit, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
We'll know about it from a club statement, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and that'll be it. Craig Courtney believes 3 points now with 6 suspended. The other thing is that whether you do has to be allowed through with all teams, so it's kind of setting the precedent, isn't it?
You hope so.
Well, it's their new set
You
of
hope
rules,
so.
isn't it?
But them across the road have just brought a defender in. They're going to lose Abraham, so they'll bring another striker in. They've just signed a Croatian
Abraham's only on
international
loan
keeper.
anyway, isn't it? So they're going to get cash
you're
for
still
him.
paying. Yeah, but they're still paying portion of their wages.
Yeah.
Which they ain't. They're not going to not bring another striker in. But nobody cares. Nobody cares about until you don't go up.
Paul kisses it the nail on the head. I think here it says, what if we get promoted? We ain't in the EFL anymore, then, are we?
Yeah.
And then,
if we get promoted,
we ain't in
see
the
you
EFL.
later. You can stick your point deduction. Means nothing. But that's why everybody does it.
Everybody's throwing.
That's why everybody's throwing millions at it because they can
It's
say
a gamble. And it's a great gamble.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great gamble. The odds are fantastic.
So it's basically the equivalent of me saying, I'll pay 50 quid to you now, right? So that if it works out, you give me 500 quid. If it don't work out, I have to pay you another 500 quid or whatever.
It's lottery.
The equivalent.
It
is.
It's a lottery. Yeah.
But
And the more you spend,
it's
the
a
more
lottery.
chance you've got of winning it.
Yeah,
That's what it is, isn't it?
But so as long as they follow this through, and say this happens to everybody, every club, the same don't say, oh, it was because you had 200% wages to turnover and everybody else has got 150. Don't use that. We've failed the profitability and sustainability. Everybody's in the same boat. Do everybody. If they do, then you hold your hands up and say fair enough, and maybe it will stop Championship sides spending 80 grand a week on people. But
Aaron's asked when the hearing's going to be. All I know is going to be sometime in February. That's all I'm learning at the moment. Don't know any specific dates or
I thought it was going to be December.
or the likes, but
well, they said December, didn't they?
Yeah. So.
Kelly says no, don't reset. It's a rolling situation, and we need to either get investment in 40 million or slash operating costs.
We're not going to get investment.
No.
Forget that. That's not going to happen.
So it comes to the point. You hope somebody comes in for Adams, and then you can say 15 million. There's some of it.
Yeah.
Hotter for 6. Tell him for what we bought him for 6, 7.
Yeah, could go for 8.
Dean
And Steve Putman's saying that there's an estimated 102 million deficit for B6, according to info
Yeah.
given.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
their next
They
accounts
are
are going to be absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
But it won't matter one jot if they get promoted.
No. But if they don't,
If they don't, who knows?
And
Who knows?
Adam Wilkes has taken
Listen,
a
it's
little,
Blues. Nothing ever goes for us, does it?
Adam Wilkes has taken a little bit of delight saying the amount of B6 is saying on Twitter, what should we do with the millions we get from selling Tammy? He's on loan.
there you go. That's the mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not bright. They're not very bright.
Hey, I don't know. Well, they tried to
what we
infiltrate our systems a little earlier, but gone again. Wolves did it, and our plan was the same. Sadly, our agent was a clown. From Adrian. Thanks, Adrian.
Well, yeah. Politely put, yeah. And they brought the right people in, but their agent is they've got Ruben Neves for 5 million when he's a 50 million pound player, and so
Yeah, and another couple of comments
on
on B6. Not that we're really interested in them. Ray says B6 will probably issue more shares to get themselves out the mire. And Paul Gill, after reading the Blues accounts, I went and checked B6's. They have got out using shares under new owners, so I think they will probably get away with it.
I don't know how you could do that.
I don't know how it works. So I don't know how it works.
But
anyway, we're into the last 15 minutes of the show, and we have been talking quite extensively over the last 10 minutes about gambling and the gamble, the lottery. So anything to do with gambling and football. Anything to do with gambling and football for the last
Gambling and football.
Yeah, gambling and football.
Gambling and football.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Have you got any lined up?
No, I've got nothing,
nothing.
to be fair.
It just comes to you straight away.
It just came to me, right?
Okay,
I
can see the cogs. I
was waiting for a specific subject. Anything to just turn up. But anything or anybody to do with gambling, betting.
Billy Bonds.
Oh, Billy Premium Bonds.
Billy Premium Bonds. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
let's lighten the mood because we've had.
Thinking.
It's the first one back today, so we'll lighten the mood now for the last 10 minutes before we leave you. This first Monday back in 2019. The Feel Good Factory is still with us. Kevin Pauls, Ricky Lotto. Oh, I like it. Chris Orton.
Chris
Ricky
Orton's
Lotto.
on fire. Chris Orton's on fire.
Crikey, Ricky Lotto.
Oh, it's like he's been waiting for that.
Yeah, he's been waiting for this subject to go up for about 6 months. Somebody told me last night from Daniel that Stoke want Adams for 5 million plus we get Butland. I can't see that happening.
I've never heard anything so preposterous in all my life.
Can't see that. Gary cash out?
As in?
I don't know.
You can't read them out if you don't know what the reference
I don't
is.
know.
Just made it.
I don't know. I really don't know who's Gary cash out. Anybody?
Oh
Anybody lighting?
no,
Gary
dear.
cash out? No.
Gary Cash.
Somebody else said
Dealey had a flutter. Dealey had a flutter. I thought he had Ebola.
He did.
That was funny, wasn't it?
That's a good one.
Odds.
Furlong odds.
Can we sign one in the summer? We can have one on loan, Mandy.
That's for this window. We've no idea
This
for the
this
summer.
window. One on loan this window.
No idea for the summer.
Until such time as February comes and goes, and we know
Yeah.
whether we're on embargo or not. Or they can't keep us on embargo forever, though, can they? Really? Ridiculous situation.
Don't know.
Ridiculous.
Probably got nothing else to do.
But you know, it's important because
Jeff
if-
horse
if,
race.
If they hit us with rubbish. If they hit us with 2 more windows of embargoes,
Yeah.
then you can't see Monk staying, can you?
No, not at all. No.
So that everything we've done building this where we are now goes again. You have to start from scratch again. So it's a big situation, and that's why I said, you know, if they throw 6 points, then take 6 points.
David Stock Market.
I know.
Stockdale Market.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's-
I'm sick of hearing his name. So
Paul Poker. Instead of Paul Parker.
Banks.
Rupt.
Banks.
Rupt.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah,
I like that one. Does well done.
I don't know the role. But that's
Raul, the
Raul,
former Real
Raul,
Madrid
yeah,
striker.
Did he ever play for Chelsea, Raul?
No,
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Queen's Park Rangers got round their embargo by signing youth. Are you up for it? No.
So
Everybody
what do you
took
mean
you out to
signing
the
youth?
aeroplane the other night, didn't they? Somebody wanted to throw you out the aeroplane.
yeah, I know. I got a lot of abuse.
Yeah.
Somebody told me to get a girlfriend, which my actual girlfriend wasn't particularly happy with. So.
Oh yes. I know, yeah. You didn't realise that I'd actually deleted probably 4 or 5 comments. So you didn't see.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh,
say.
couldn't.
Gary Roulette. Gary Roulette.
Gary Roll.
Gary
Roll.
Roulette.
Yeah.
I like it. Does keep them coming. Real bets is. That's to do with football. Doesn't have to be a footballer.
Jack
Jack
Betland.
Betland. I like that one.
It, yeah.
John Coral.
Oh yeah, that's not bad actually.
Blackjack
Blackjack
Butland.
Butland. Nice one, Ray. Cheers for that one.
Fred.
Kevin says EFL can keep us under embargo and points deductions as long as we fail the profit and sustainability test.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, isn't it? That's cheerful.
Yeah.
Joe Lolly.
What about him?
Somebody just mentioned Steve Tarbuck. Joe Lolly. Lolly
Joe
as in
Lolly?
Lolly, don't money.
That's got nothing to do with gambling. That's
Well,
to
you
do
can't
with
gamble
money.
without money, can
That's
you?
to do with yeah, you can. You
What?
can
It's
gamble a
supposed to be?
kidney.
I was not expecting.
Well, you could.
I really was not
I'm not having Joe
expecting.
Lolly. He went to my school. He's a B6er. Not having
Is
it.
And he's a friend.
Well, no.
Oh.
He went to my school.
Oh, God. Graham's quite surprised that you've got a girlfriend.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
There you
We all
are.
were, yeah.
There you
can
are.
I say?
She's going to come on the show one night as well, isn't she?
I believe she's
We're going to have a girlfriend and wives.
eagerly anticipating it.
I'm looking forward to that, the girlfriend and nights.
Matty Cash out. That's a good one. Ian Fontaine. I like that one.
Yeah, well done. Liam Dosh.
Matty
That's
Cash,
a good
yeah. Liam Dosh is good.
Liam
I like that one.
Dosh.
Very good, Dave Twine. Thank you very much for that one.
Eric Blackjack. Yeah. The trouble is, Blackjack's been used now, so
Yeah. That doesn't get one.
no more Blackjacks.
Predictions for Saturday. Putting you right on the spot there.
Yeah. Well, I said I don't think there'll be many goals, and I think Middlesbrough. If you keep them quiet early on, you don't give them the chance to get a head of steam up. Then I think we can do them. I think I'll go 1-0 and to mount even more pressure on them.
Sorry, do beg your pardon. The names are coming up 7-0. I think you're about there.
Yeah.
Anthony Lloyd has gone 1-0 for the Blues as well. Doz has said David Slopdale.
No, because it's the same person that I've just said 5 minutes ago to stop mentioning his rotten name.
Ray Ransom.
Yeah, good one.
What's that got to do with
Ransom money.
betting?
Money.
Ransom?
Money.
No, it's to do with gambling, not money.
You're a pooper, aren't you?
But don't do your game
Graham.
and then accept any old rubbish.
Graham Haynes is going 1-1. Craig Courtney 2-1 to the Blues. That would be an excellent result if that was the case, Craig, to be fair.
Jez.
Tic-tac, Tony Van Marillo.
Wayne Merrick's gone 1-1, and just let you know, Wayne, your stuff is on its way.
Oh.
What's on its way?
He won the competition a couple of weeks.
Oh, right, okay, cool, yeah. Hot chocolate, I don't know what that's got to do with gambling.
Dennis says, when the Mr. Fun stops, stop.
That is nailed on.
Yeah, I
That
like
is
that
absolutely nailed on.
I do like that. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Woke up.
Steve Gill, tough game, 1-0 Blues. Daniel DeRigger.
Yeah.
Good one.
2-1 Blues, Peter Harris. Dingles is now 1-1 from Martin Swinsko. Thanks for that.
1-1.
1-1 from Aaron, 2-0 from Ray. Cashley Cole.
No.
No, you're chucking that one out.
Something to do with gambling.
Leonard from Australia, mate. 1-1.
Leonard enjoyed the test match recently.
Oh, the Indian one. The thrashing them, eh?
Yes.
Thought so.
First time India have won in Australia.
One
in
nil.
the test series
Did you just
ever.
mention cricket then?
1-0 Graham Skilton. Late winner. 1-1 Blues. Dan Adams. These are going so fast. 3-2. Going to be a good game from Nathan. Nathan Anderson. Ooh. 2-1 Blues. A lot of positivity about. 41 more comments to try.
David Slottrell.
Good one, yes. Slots.
Slots.
Slottrell, yeah, good one.
Now that's to do with gambling.
Yeah.
I can accept that. I'm not happy with it because I'm not happy with the game itself, but I'll accept it.
I think that
Steak and kidney pucker pies.
Nothing, that's not a footballer.
Steak. It's something to do with football. Pies are synonymous with football.
Well,
there's
then,
nobody called steak.
not
Or kidney.
really.
S-T-A-K-E, steak. As in a gambling bet. I
Yeah.
thought it was quite...
It's got to be a
No.
It's got to be a footballer.
No, it has got to be a footballer. I'm with Chris.
Steak gardener.
Steak
I'm
gardener.
going to rule that one out. I'm ruling that one out.
What does steak wrong with Gary or Craig? Doesn't. Rubbish.
George Betts. Head of
Yeah,
best.
okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, good
Does
one.
it?
Yeah, Dozer might have snuck in there in
Bet
the
on
top
Doyle.
3.
Bet-
No,
Nothing to do with it.
Give Pete Taylor the credit for that bet on Doy.
I am not giving Pete Taylor the credit for Bet and Doy.
Steve Portman won't discuss
He's basically picked the one player I detest more than anything and just replaced his first name and put Bet in
You
it.
wouldn't want to see him back then.
No.
I mean, you could have just said check and Doy, couldn't you, really?
Why?
As in a check.
That's to do with
Check
money.
rate.
That's not gambling.
Gambling.
No.
I could
No,
bet my
no,
check on
no,
it.
no, no.
No better kidney,
No,
for
no,
goodness
no.
sake.
Leonard says, I enjoy Australia being beat at anything,
Yeah, well done.
especially cricket.
Yeah. Well, where's time gone? That's
Oh
beaten
my
us once
life.
again, hasn't it? 9 o'clock.
1-0 Blues and a camp penalty save.
Oh, can you imagine Twitter
That'll get people talking again.
if he parries it?
That's a interesting comment from Lisa Bunn towards the end there. Well, I can't really. There's just lots of
Oh, right. so
L's
yeah,
and V's and K's and stuff.
She's been drinking again.
Yeah. I hope you're okay over there, Lisa.
Yeah, something to do with the keyboard, I think.
Brilliant stuff. Where's time gone? It's beaten us again. This, as I say, is the first show of 2019. Good to be back on a little bit of a almost a positive note. We'll drag it back
The
down
odd
next
positive.
week. We'll drag it back down next week. 2-1 Wolves, apparently.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sam Allardyce.
Okay.
Is that the winner?
No.
Can you pick a winner?
Ricky Lotto.
Ricky Lotto. Well
Gotta
done.
be the-
Okie dokie. Great being with you as always on a Monday. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you.
Wonderful insight into your social media life.
Well, the inner workings of my mind.
Mrs. Brown. And from our good self, good night, all blessed, take care, see you back here next Monday 7:30 all the way through till 9, and don't forget to listen on Switch FM 107.5 and DAB tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Good night, all blessed, take care.
Watch you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the tickets tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's sing this song.